Hi guys, I'm Shelley and welcome to this week's Monday mission, which is a TBR for the week thought up by the dazzling Daisy, A Thousand Lives of Daisy. Links below. Last week's mission was to read Two Boys Kissing, The Shock of the Fall and Persuasion. I managed two of these, which was Two Boys Kissing and Persuasion. First of all, Two Boys Kissing by David Leviathan, who is the co-author of Will Grayson with John Green. This book took me completely by surprise and blew my flipping mind. On the surface, it follows a bunch of young gay teenagers over a kind of 48-hour weekend period. The two people it follows the most are friends who are going to try and break the Guinness World Record for the longest kiss in tribute to their friend Tariq, who was beaten up. On the surface, those stories themselves are wonderful, and then there is the narrative, the wonderful narrative that lies through it that is told from the generation of gay men in the late 80s, early 90s who were affected by AIDS. I'm going to try and endeavour to do a review of it soon so that I can talk about it more, because the language is beautiful, the description in it, there's a passage about a telephone cord and I just completely my brain just kind of blew into little pieces. If I could ever talk you into buying or reading a book at the moment, it would be this one. I then picked up Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is my first Jane Austen that I finished. I did it, guys! Woohoo! I'm so slightly sad and proud of myself that I made it all the way through a Jane Austen book without kind of breaking for months in between. I did cheat a little bit by listening to some of it on audiobook, but most of it I did read. And I was right, I did love it. It is still my favourite Jane Austen book. I didn't get lost in the language because it's not as kind of difficult for me as Pride and Prejudice was. And this took me a couple of days to read and to get through, so I didn't move on to The Shock of the Fall. Now normally that would mean that this would go on this week's Monday mission. But it's not, because as most of you will know, a certain book is coming out by the name of City of Heavenly Fire, The Last of the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. And pretty much that's what this week's Monday mission is going to be about, and next week's, and probably the weeks after, because it's like 800 pages long. The thing is, I don't have a copy of it yet, because here in the UK we have a thing called a bank holiday, which is basically where banks and most businesses just decide to take the day off, which also means the publishing world decide to take a day off, which means that we don't get City of Heavenly Fire till flipping Wednesday. So I'm protesting, and I'm going to sit here and refuse to read anything until the Royal Mail, that is the postal service, deliver my damn book. Or I need to go to the loo, or I need to get a cup of tea, or I get hungry. We all know I'm going to break my embargo and pick something up and read it, but I plan to kind of take a few days off and kind of clear my brain and get ready for the onslaught of emotions that will be City of Heavenly Fire. I would kind of show you a cover here, but I don't have that kind of special editing skills. But my week will be waiting for the postman to turn up. So from me, for now, that's kind of it, and I will see you guys next week from my Cassandra Clare coma. Oishk, this is going to be so emotional. Thanks for watching. Bye!